Hello guys, and welcome to yet another in-depth review here on Entity Auto Reviews. My name is Tyler, of course, and today we'll be checking out a really neat car. This is the 2017 Volvo S90 Momentum. Now before we get started with this video, I'm really excited to announce that we will be working with Valenti Volvo here in Watertown, Connecticut. And if you're interested in purchasing any Volvo from this dealer, go ahead and check out the description box where I've listed all their contact information. Now this car does have quite a few options tacked onto it. First of all, it is the T6 engine instead of the T5, which gives it all-wheel drive. And over here we'll see all of our options that we have. We have the climate package, convenience package. We also have the Bowers & Wilkins premium sound system, which sounds absolutely amazing. Metallic paint, and your destination charge is $9.95, and your total suggested price is right around $59,000. Now taking a look at the side of the vehicle, our wheelbase stands at 115.8 inches, and you do have 9 total color options, this one being the osmium gray. Looks great on this car. And coming on to the rear, the S90 is available with front wheel drive or optional with all-wheel drive like we have here. Alright, so we could start getting into details up here on the front with the headlamps. Now both high and low beams are powered by reflector LED headlamps, and they do articulate when you turn. You also have your Thor's Hammer LED daytime running light. You have LED turn signals as well as LED fog lights down below. Really cool design for the grille. Kind of like concaves in a little bit like that. You also have parking sensors going all the way across the front bumper and even on the sides here. Now coming along the side, we have these 18-inch turbine wheels that come standard on the S90 T6. Really cool shaped wheels there. I like any sort of turbine shaped wheels, but these are really nice. You can of course upgrade to 19-inch wheels, but you have ventilated rotors in there. And your tires measure 245/45 up front. Big lug nuts too, it looks like. Well, coming down the side, we have chrome going all the way around the windows, and our pillars are a gloss black. Coming back to the mirrors, you have the nice body color in gloss black, and you also have turn signals on the mirrors as well. Smart key entry on the door handles, which we'll get into in a little while. Sunroof up top. We have a shark fin antenna as well. Smart key entry on the back door handles too. Now same thing back here, ventilated disc rotors back here. Really nice formal profile for the back of this car. I love the taillight design, and I also love the Volvo inscription on the back there. You have parking sensors again going all the way around the back bumper there. Chrome exhaust outlets there. You also have your engine labeling there, T6 all-wheel drive. And your backup camera is located right above the license plate frame. Okay, so that just about does it for the exterior of this car. Now let's go ahead and check out what's underneath the hood. So opening the hood is as easy as locating this bright yellow release right here. What you have to do is move it over to the right and it'll open up. Now, another really cool feature that I noticed on this car is the hood sort of opens to this position, but if you want, even push it up even higher for an easier access to work on it. Alright, so now that the hood is wide open, we can go ahead and go over some numbers. Now this is a 2-liter 4-cylinder, and it produces 316 horsepower at 5,700 RPM and 295 pound-feet of torque at 2200 to 5400 RPM. Now this 2-liter 4-cylinder is pretty special in the fact that it has a turbocharger and a supercharger. And the way the system works is the supercharger will engage at lower RPMs, pretty much from idle to right around 3000 RPM. And then the turbocharger will take over for the higher RPMs. Really neat system. I think this is one of the coolest, most unique engines that I've ever seen. So now that we went ahead and checked out the engine, let's go ahead and check out the inside, but not before checking out the smart key entry system. So you have to have the key fob near the vehicle for the system to work. But how it does work is, if you see this little pattern right there, all you need to do is press that pattern and the doors will lock. But if you want to get back inside the vehicle, all you have to do is put your hand behind the handle like you normally would, and the door will open. Now this is a really nice leather interior. It's called Amber and Charcoal, and it is a full leather interior. Let's go ahead and check out the door panel first. So it's really nice high gloss wood trim. You also have a lot of bright work going on. Really nice door handle. You have all of your window controls as well as your mirror controls. Pretty good amount of storage on the door. And really another really interesting feature of this car is the optional 19-speaker Bowers & Wilkins sound system. You can kind of see some of the speakers in the speaker grills there, and it puts out 1900 watts of power. So taking a look at the left of the dash, you have some more bright work, really nice air vents there. You have some nice metallic work in the middle there. You have a trunk release, a gauge dimmer. You also have a nice little tray there to put change for toll booths or whatever. And you also have your pedals there that are covered in rubber so you don't lose your grip. You also have your hood release over there like you saw earlier. Nice Volvo sill plate. And really nice seats over here. Now your seats are 10-way powered, and then you also have 4-way lumbar. You have a really nice texture to the leather. It's sort of like a natural grain. You have some nice stitching over here. Nice headrests too. And let's go ahead and get inside and check out the rest of the interior. Now I do have the key fob for the vehicle. It's a really nice key, and even if you get the inscription trim level, this key will be leather wrapped. But it's a really nice key. It's got a little bit of a weight to it. You have a hazard button on the side there. You also have your lock, unlock, and trunk release there, and the buttons are on the side, which is pretty cool. You also have a physical key on the inside in case you need to use that. But all you really need to do to start this vehicle, it's got a pretty cool starting process. All you need to do is put your foot on the brake, and there's a little engine, I guess turn knob if you want to say. All you need to do is turn it like a key, and the engine will start up. Pretty cool. First, let's go ahead and check out this really nice leather wrapped steering wheel here. So it's got some really nice soft leather here. Not a whole lot of texture, but it is really nice. Some stitching on the inside, some nice grip bolsters right here. Now over here you have all of your adaptive cruise control settings, so pretty cool. It comes standard with adaptive cruise control. Some nice bright work on this car too. Nice airbag cover with the chrome Volvo emblem right there. You also have some of your media controls here. You have voice commands as well as all of your sort of controls for the digital speedometer there. Really cool. You have all of your lighting controls over here. Fog lights front and rear. You also have your turn signals and your high beams, of course. Over here you also have your wipers. So taking a look up here is a really cool feature of this car. I keep saying there's really cool features of the car because there's a lot of them. But you do have a full LCD gauge cluster here, so you have your speed over there, and you also have your RPMs and fuel level over there. You also have your what gear you're in as well. Also tells you what speed limit the road you're on is. Can't really see because of the glare, but it's there. You also have a bunch of different stuff you can go through in the center there, which is really cool. Now taking a look at the upper dash, you have a really cool texture. It's not quite leather, but it is nice soft touch material. You also have a couple of speakers up here. Very nice design for the speaker grills. Now taking a look down here, we have a really nice big display. And it kind of houses everything, which is really nice. It kind of gets rid of the clutter on the dashboard from all the buttons. But this is sort of your home screen here. You have a navigation up here. Nice map, really nice map. Nice and clear. The screen is very clear. Going back to the home, we have a radio screen up here. And by the way, I decided to demo the audio system. It is an absolutely amazing sound quality. Definitely recommend that option. If your phone screen, of course, all your contacts and everything will sync up once you sync your phone into the system. This also does have Apple CarPlay. And you could kind of customize the way you want the sound system to work. Now down here, if you click this button right here, it'll bring up all of your climate control settings. You have front and rear defrost as well as your heated windshield, AC recirculating, and then you also have your fan speed right here. Auto climate control as well as a dual zone. A 4-zone climate control is actually available, believe it or not. So going back to the home screen, we can kind of swipe the screen that way. It gives us a bunch of different options there. Lane keeping, this looks like all of your sort of safety controls up there. You have camera system. That is your rear camera right there. Going back, we have all of our parking assistance. Now this can partially park itself, which is pretty cool. Now going down there, we have our sort of like service information and fog light cornering. So the fog lights also act as cornering lights. And going back over here, we have a bunch of different media selections there. Messages, car status. Go ahead and see what's in there. All of our service recommendations and all that stuff. Pretty cool. Driver performance. It'll give you your miles per gallon and all that stuff, which is pretty cool. You also have your navigation system again. But you can really customize the screen, and it's really cool. Because again, it gets rid of a lot of the cluttering of the physical buttons on the dash there. You also have a clock up there. And I forgot to mention over here is your heated steering wheel control. You actually have 3 settings, which is pretty cool. Heated driver and passenger seats. Very nice on a pretty cold day like today. But taking a look down here, we have our hazards, shortcut buttons for your defrosters. You have a volume knob right here. Good to see it's a knob, not some sort of swipey thing like some new cars are coming out with. And you also have a micro SD card inlet right there. Now coming down here, really nice gear selector for your 8-speed automatic transmission. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the backup camera. I don't know if you could see that, but it's absolutely amazing how clear the backup camera is. You also have some information there. You can see that the guidance lines turn as you turn the steering wheel. Turn those guidance lines off. You can also turn your parking sensors off, and you could also zoom in to see what's going on if you have something right there. So pretty cool. You also have neutral, drive. You can go ahead and bump it over into a sort of manual mode, and you can go ahead and cycle through the gear ratios. Let's go ahead and put it back in park. I have a couple of storage trays in here. 12-volt power outlet. A couple of nice big cup holders there. And it's all open, so you can kind of use it as a storage tray to put whatever you need in there. You have another little storage tray in there. Put little stuff like pencils or pens. You can also put your key right here. It won't really slide around too much. But really nice design coming down here with the leather and the stitching. Really cool. You of course have your engine starting. Can't really say a button, but the knob there. You also have a drive mode select, so you go ahead and press it down. You'll get a screen up here. You have a choice between Eco. Pressing that will kind of give you an indicator up here. It'll change it from the RPMs to a sort of Eco driving indicator. Putting it into comfort mode will give you your regular RPM gauge. Down to dynamic. Notice that the RPMs actually idle a little bit higher, which is pretty cool. Kind of get you ready for the driving experience there. But let's go ahead and leave it in comfort mode, save them a little bit of gas. Coming down here, you have an electronic parking brake. Lift it up to engage it and push it down to disengage. Make sure your foot's on the brake. You also have an auto hold feature, so when you're coming to a stoplight that's maybe on a hill, go ahead and press that button. You can take your foot off the brake. So right here you have a nice center console with a little bit of storage. You have a CD player. You also have an aux and a USB inlet there. Pretty nicely padded. It's got some nice stitching and stuff. Another thing I just noticed is that the seats have the Swedish flag right there, which is pretty cool. Go ahead and close the backup camera there. Really nice gloss wood there. And the metallic accents. Coming up here we have a frameless mirror with a digital compass. You also have 3 garage door home links. SOS passenger airbag, and your emergency controls are up there as well. You also have your interior lighting, which is all LED. Pretty neat. You also have your sunroof up here, which has a shade. Blocks 100% of the light, which is always good to know. So go ahead and open it by venting it. You can go ahead and vent it like that. And you could also slide it back and forth. Now taking a look up here, we have some nice visors with an LED light and a mirror. And you've also got a grab handle. Now let's go ahead and shut the car off. And let's go ahead and check out the back seats. Now the rear door panel is really nice too. It's got the amber leather, the charcoal color up here. You have the wood and your metallic accents here. You have a couple of speakers on the back door too. A little bit of storage. Now the back seats have the same really nice leather texture that the front does. The seats do fold down as well for extra cargo space. Let's go ahead and get in and see how much room we have back here. I'm about 5'9". For a comfortable seating position for me up front, I have a whole bunch of legroom back here. I have a mat pocket back here. I even have 3-stage heated seats back here for both passengers. You also have a little storage tray there and a 12-volt power outlet. Now you do have a pretty big drive chain hump because, again, this car is all-wheel drive. So just keep in mind if you're going to be putting 3 people back here. Up here you have the LED illumination, a coat hook, and a handle, of course. And you also have air vents on the B pillars there. The rear headrests do fold down to aid visibility when there's nobody sitting back here. Nice big center armrest back here with a nice storage tray. You can put whatever you need. Put your phone down sideways or whatever. You also have a storage tray in here. And if you just push this little portion right here, some cup holders will pop out for you. You also have a trunk pass-through right here. So really nice back seats back here. Plenty of room to stretch out. The seats are plenty comfortable. You have more than enough lower back support. You even have another sort of hanger right there. Absolutely gorgeous interior for this car. Next, let's go ahead and check out the front passenger space. So the front passenger door is much like the driver's door. You have a few less buttons. You have lock, unlock, as well as a window switch. Down here you have the same power adjustments as the driver's seat does, which is really cool to see. Again, 10-way with the 4-way lumbar. Nice sill plates. Let's go ahead and see what the glove box looks like. It is lockable. You have a shelf up here. A really good amount of space in here. It's sort of like a drop-down drawer there. It's all lined in felt. Probably fit a bunch of stuff in there. You also have a little net right here. Just put whatever you need for the passenger there. Next, let's go ahead and check out the trunk. So 13.5 cubic feet in the back of this car in the trunk. And you can open the trunk a few different ways. It is a full power trunk lid. But let's go ahead and use the trunk release right above the L on the back there. And it opens fully for us. Now this seems a lot bigger than 13.5 cubic feet to me, because look how far in that goes. You can even fold the rear seats, like I said earlier, for more cargo space. You have some more space to the side. You have a 12-volt power outlet, some grocery bag hangers. You could also lift up this portion to reveal a spare tire and all your tools. And of course you do have your carpeted floor mats back here. You also have 2 buttons here. If you're just getting, your briefcase out of the car and you want to go right into the building, you can go ahead and press this button right here, which will go ahead and close the trunk lid, and it'll also lock all of the doors. Let's go ahead and just close the trunk for now. So for models with a T6 all-wheel drive, you will get a slightly bigger fuel tank than the front-wheel drive versions. And this one does have a 15.9 gallon fuel tank. Again, this does have all-wheel drive. And fuel mileage is rated for 22 in the city and 31 on the highway. Not bad at all for having 316 horsepower. It's quite a big car too. You do need to use 91 octane fuel though. So to conclude this video, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for watching. Make sure you stay with us for the next review.